ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here for this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Before we get started, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, so if everybody would please rise. And Councilwoman McDonough, would you lead us tonight?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for all the men and women who are fighting for our country. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sue. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for being here, and thank you all at home for watching this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Today's date is Wednesday, September 21st, 2016. And for the record, all board members are present this evening with the exception of Councilman Lupinacci, who has a work commitment that he's currently at, but he's going to try to attend the meeting as soon as he can free himself up to be here. So we expect him to join us while the meeting's in session. Okay, also with us tonight is our town clerk, Ann Spofford, all the way down to my right, and all the way down to my left is Greg Fulchetti, our town council. In the audience is Chief of Police Mike Kazari. Okay, the first item on the agenda, this is to accept town board minutes of August 17th, 2016. I need a motion to accept.
So moved.
Okay, so moved by Councilman Lombardi, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the next item on the agenda, resolution number 1. This is a resolution appointing a police officer for the Town of Carmel Police Department. And Councilman Schneider, would you read number 1, please?
It would be my honored privilege. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby appoints Brian M. Detz of Carmel, New York, as a police officer to the Town of Carmel, effective immediately at the transfer rate of $55,033.36 per year, subject to the provisions of civil service law and the Putnam County Civil Service Rules and Regulations. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi and Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes, with pleasure.
Councilman Lombardi.
With pleasure.
Yes, also with pleasure. Brian, congratulations. All the best. You're now a member of the Town of Carmel Police Department. Thank you. I just want to share a little bit about Brian, Officer Detz. He is now formally a member of the City of Mount Vernon Police Department, where he's been a police officer there for the past 7 years. And Brian has decided to join the ranks of a excellent suburban police department here in Putnam County, Town of Carmel. And you made an excellent choice, Brian. This is a great community, and you're joining a great force with a lot of really wonderful men and women who provide us with the freedom that we live in here in the Town of Carmel as in law enforcement. And Chief Kazari has recommended to the board, highly recommended to the board, that you're an excellent candidate, and his recommendation was to hire you to join the police department. So we all concurred, and after we interviewed you, we were all of the belief, and we felt the same as the chief. So I know you're going to do really good things for the Town of Carmel residents, Town of Carmel Police Department, and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks so much. Just for the public's benefit, Officer Detz is the 4th new police officer that we've hired here in the Town of Carmel within the past 6 months. So we've hired 4 brand new police officers. Our department is growing, and our department is becoming a much younger police department also. Some of our senior guys, our veterans, have retired, and they're enjoying retirement, so we're backfilling those senior guys with new young police officers. So we're becoming a young department again. And that's really good, too, because young police officers have a lot of enthusiasm. You know, they enjoy the work. They enjoy getting out there and, stopping cars and enforcing the laws as well. So I'm glad to see you here. So that's 4 new hires. Chief, thank you so much. 4 new hires. You brought us 4 new really good police officers in the past 6 months. And we've had some promotions also. We had a sergeant promoted to lieutenant, and we've had a detective promoted to sergeant, and a patrolman to sergeant, and a new detective we promoted just recently to the PD. So there's a lot of movement on the job, and that's good. So I'm glad to see that that's happening. And I just want the residents to know that after they've seen all these new hires and all the promotions, the department's staying. The department's here. They're staying for good. So anyone's fears about the department being either eliminated or abolished, or what's the town board doing with our guys, our men and women in blue, we're making you better. You know, we're making it a stronger and a better police force. So I just want the community to know that this board is very supportive of our law enforcement department, and we'll continue to do that as well. So just want to, you know, make that statement. Does the board have anything else they want to say, or?
Welcome aboard.
Just really one quick thing, when we interviewed Officer Detz, I'd like you to come to every executive session because you kept us very focused on the agenda. So you're welcome anytime in there.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah. These guys kept on trying to go off of it.
When she
brought 'em
says
right
these
back in.
guys, I'm a little,
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't think, Brian, I didn't think anybody could talk more than I could. You can, or we're on the same page, we're even, as far as that goes. But no, I like that, though, that's good. That means that you're an excellent communicator, so that's a good attribute to you, so. All right, now the good stuff. I have to swear you in. So I'll meet you up at the podium and bring whoever from your family with you that's going to join your board. Can you join me up there also? If you'd like to, if not, stay right where you are. What's that?
I'll follow his lead, he's a professional.
Okay, who's going to hold?
I
you
have
want-
it.
Okay, here you go.
Was it fine?
Yeah, hold the Bible for him. He's going to put his left hand on the Bible. And you're also going to hold the shield. Stand on the Bible, please raise your right hand. What's that for?
Chief should stand right next to him.
Okay, all right. All right, Brian, you
You're
ready?
dressed better, I know.
Okay, repeat after me. Hold that right hand real high. Okay. All right. I, Brian M. Detz, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the appointed position of police officer in and for the town of Carmel, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, awesome. 47.
Easy? Easy? Got my button inside.
Going to the range on Tuesday.
You gonna get in it here?
How's that?
Good.
It's good. For once, it's good.
Doing, that's not a
All
bad
right.
thing. I mean, come on, a little smile there. Like, So we have one, how is it that we have one picture without a mustache and the last three with? What? We gotta make a decision.
I don't think so.
That's the mom, right? Okay, all right.
Beyonce's in the green. It's a mom thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, Brian, congratulations. Okay, all right, Ann, thank you. Thank you for reminding us. Okay, best of luck. So.
Wait, are we still on?
I have not a clue.
You did.
Hopefully that's, camera's over there.
Here.
No, it's not. It's still here. All right. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. All right. All right, Brian, best of luck. Thank you. All right.
How was it?
You know, Greg, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, we're on.
Brian,
We're on.
that it shouldn't be.
Okay, all righty. We're back to the regular town board voting meeting, so if everybody could take their seats. Okay, next resolution, number 2, is a resolution authorizing the deletion to the active list of the Carmel Fire Department. Councilman Lombardi, would you read number 2?
Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes deletion of the following names from the active list of the Carmel Fire Department. Matthew DeFeo. I offer the resolution as read.
Second?
Okay, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 3. We're going to go to Councilwoman McDonough for number 3. Resolution authorizing deletion to the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department.
Sure, resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the deletion of the following names from the active list of the members of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. Maggie Bacon. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. I'd like to thank both Matt DeFeo and Maggie Bacon for their service to their respective fire departments, Carmel and Mahopac Fire Department. Okay, next resolution, number 4, is a resolution authorizing advertising for bids for Highway Department materials. Councilman Schneider, number 4, please.
Be it resolved that pursuant to the request of Michael Simone, Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent, Town Clerk Ann Spofford is hereby authorized to advertise for bids for the purchase of the following items: sand, guide rail, and winter mix. Be it further resolved that the Highway Superintendent is to furnish detailed specifications for the above to the Town Clerk to be used in conjunction with the town's general bid conditions and specifications. I offer this resolution as read.
Second?
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 5, is a resolution authorizing requests for proposals for Baldwin Meadows Park. Councilman Lombardi, would you read 5?
Resolved that pursuant to the request of James R. Gilchrist, Town of Carmel Director of Recreation and Parks, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorized the solicitation of proposals for recoating of the basketball courts at the Baldwin Meadow Park facility in the Town of Carmel. I offer the resolution as read.
Second?
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. All right, next resolution, number 6, is a resolution authorizing a request for proposals for McDonough Park. Suzie, would you read 6, please?
Sure, resolved that pursuant to the request of James R. Gilchrist, Town of Carmel Director of Recreation and Parks, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the solicitation of proposals for purchase and installation of safety netting to be utilized at the baseball fields at the Jimmy McDonough Park facility in the Town of Carmel. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 7, is a resolution accepting proposal and authorizing entry into contract for treatment of upper and lower Tea Kettle Spout Lakes. Councilman Schneider, number 7, please.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, as Commissioners of Tea Kettle Spout Lake Park District, hereby authorizes the acceptance of the proposal for herbicide treatment services at Upper and Lower Tea Kettle Spout Lake for 2017 and 18 with the Pond and Lake Connection out of Newtown, Connecticut, at a contract price not to exceed $12,100 annually, including any applicable New York State DEC permit fees. And be it further resolved that the Town of Carmel shall have renewal options within the aforesaid contract for such services in 2019, 2020, and 2021 at annual costs of $12,100 per year. And be it further resolved that upon presentation of insurance certificates in form acceptable to Town Council, Town Supervisor Kenneth Schmidt is hereby authorized to execute any and all necessary contract documentation to effect acceptance of this proposal upon the terms authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi? Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 8, is a resolution accepting proposal for the landscaping and maintenance services for the Town of Carmel landfill. Councilman Lombardi, number 8, please.
Whereas the town engineer, Richard Franzetti, has solicited proposals for the performance of landscaping maintenance services for the town of Carmel landfill, and now therefore be resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of Coviello Landscaping of Carmel, New York, for the performance of landscaping and maintenance services for the town of Carmel landfill for a 3-year term, 2017, 18, and 19, at an annual cost not to exceed $15,000. And be it further resolved that upon presentation of insurance certificates in form acceptable to Town Council, Town Supervisor Kenneth Schmidt is hereby authorized to execute any and all documentation necessary to formalize the acceptance of said proposal on the terms authorized herein. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 9, is a resolution authorizing the extension of a contract for sludge hauling for Carmel Sewer Districts number 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Suzie, would you read number 9, please?
Sure. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Carmel has previously authorized the award of bids for sludge hauling in various sewer districts to Residuals Management Services, DBA Earth Care, Vernon, New Jersey. And whereas the original contract entered into pursuant to the aforesaid bid award was for a period of 1 year, with an option in favor of the Town of Carmel to extend said contract for a period of 2 years. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, acting as Commissioners of Carmel Sewers District Number 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7, hereby authorizes the exercise of its option to extend the contract for sludge hauling in the referenced sewer districts with Residuals Management Services, DBA Earth Care, Vernon, New Jersey, for a 2-year period commencing retroactive to July 23, 2015, and concluding July 22, 2017, at the same terms and conditions as set forth in the original contract previously awarded by the Town Board on July 2, 2014. I offer this resolution as read.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried on that. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 10, is a resolution accepting and approving the donation of vacation time. Councilman Schneider, would you read 10, please?
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts and approves the donation of accrued vacation time to employee number 2411 for the following Town of Carmel employees. From employee number 1699, sick time donated is 12 days. I offer this resolution as read.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi? Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, the 11th and final resolution for this evening is a resolution exercising an option to cancel service contract with Public Sector HR Consultants, LLC, Human Resource Counseling. Councilman Lombardi, would you read number 11, please?
Whereas by resolution dated May 21, 2014, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel accepted the proposal of Public Sector's HR Consultants LLC of Glenville, New York, for on-demand human resource counseling, and whereas the aforesaid contractual agreement contained a bilateral right of cancellation termination provision upon 30 days' notice to either party. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby exercises its right to cancel the aforesaid contract for public services with Public Sector HR Consultants, LLC, pursuant to the terms of the said contract. And be it further resolved that the Office of Town Supervisor Kenneth Schmidt shall provide written notice of such cancellation to Public Sector HR Consultants, LLC, subsequent to the passing of this resolution. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough with a yawn. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. That completes the agenda items for this evening's Town Board voting meeting. Before we get started on some announcements, I do want to just go through some legal frequently asked questions regarding the town budget. As you know, we're in the middle of the budget process right now, or I'm in the middle of the budget process. It's going to be passed on to the town board beginning of October, but the town comptroller and I have been working on the 2017 budget since about the third week in August. So I just want to go over some questions that folks may have, that the taxpayers may have with respect to the budget, because not everybody is familiar with the budget process or is aware of, how the process flows forward. So I'm just going to go over some of the frequently asked questions. What is the difference between the tentative budget, the preliminary budget, and the annual budget? As the budget winds its way through the adoption process, it will take on three different names: the tentative budget, the preliminary budget, and the annual budget. The tentative budget is the initial budget prepared by the town supervisor from the estimates submitted by department heads. Once the tentative budget is reviewed, modified, and adopted by the town board, it becomes the preliminary budget, and it must be filed with the town clerk. The annual budget is the budget that is ultimately adopted by the town board after the public hearing. Who prepares the tentative budget? Once again, the town supervisor is the budget officer, and he prepares the initial town budget. Who schedules the public hearing on the preliminary budget? The town board schedules the date for the public hearing, which will be November 2nd this year. Our town board budget hearing will be on November 2nd, and directs the town clerk to notify the public. The public hearing must be held on or before the first Thursday immediately following the general election in November. The town clerk must publish the notice of the hearing in the official newspapers. Can the town board amend or change the preliminary budget after the public hearing? The answer is yes. The town law states that after the public hearing on the preliminary budget, the town board may further change, alter, or revise the preliminary budget, and the preliminary budget as amended shall be finally adopted by the town board by resolution no later than November 20th. This year, the town board is going to be adopting the budget on November 16th, which is a Wednesday. Can the town board change the fire district's budget? No. The fire district's adopted budget, we do have a fire district in the town of Carmel, it's the Carmel Fire District. The fire district adopts its own budget and must provide it to the budget officer no later than November 7th. Upon receipt of the fire district budget, the budget officer shall affix the fire district budget to the annual town budget. Neither the town board nor any officer or employee of the town may make any changes to the annual budget of the fire district. So I just wanted to highlight some of the issues that people may not be aware of regarding the preparation of the town budget. So I just wanted to go through that so everybody at least has an idea of how the budget process works. So on October 19th, the town board will be setting the public hearing date, which I had stated was November 2nd, and it will also be adopting the tentative budget as the preliminary budget on October 19th. All right, so just wanted to make everybody aware of that. Does the board want to add anything to what I just went over? We're good with that? Okay. All right, just some other announcements. As I said earlier, we have that we'd like to make. The Saturday, October 1st, 2016, Putnam County Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day. And the location of the Hazardous Waste Collection Day is 1 Geneva Road in Brewster, New York. It's at the Putnam County Department of Health. If you're familiar with where the motor vehicle department is, that's where the Department of Health is located as well. So it'll be up in the back of where DMV is. They're accepting all kinds of hazardous waste or materials on that date. So if you're a Putnam County resident and you'd like to dispose of any hazardous waste that you may have around your home or in your garage or basement, October 1st is the date at the Putnam County Department of Health. That's for the Household Hazardous Waste Day. Susie, you want to make that announcement again?
Of course.
All right.
The Town of Carmel Recreation and Parks Department is having a fall concert series.
Jonathan,
And
you wanna do that
they are on Saturdays from 6 PM to 8 PM. And the next one will be September 24th, and it's, the band is Undercover. It's a classic rock band. And the following one will be October 8th, and it's Amanda Ayala and the Midnight Glory, which is an 80s and 90s rock. If either of those dates, September 24th or October 8th rain, the rain date will be October 15th, but it is down at the Chamber Park, and it's really a lot of fun, and it's beautiful down there too. So bring your blanket, some chairs, either bring dinner or go to one of the nice restaurants that we have downtown or in the town of Carmel, and support your businesses, and let's go there and have a fun time.
Thanks, Susie.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, Jonathan, you want to make that announcement?
Sure. If you are a Water District customer, your reading is due no later than next week, September 30th. You can either enter it through the town's website, carmelny.org, or you can call right over to the comptroller's office, 628-1500. Again, they're due September 30th. Please call in, 628-1500, or enter it right through the website, carmelny.org.
Frank?
This is a notice of vacancy. The Town Board of Town of Carmel is looking for interested and qualified persons to fill vacancies on the Environmental Conservation Board and the Board of Assessment Review. So please submit a letter of interest and resume to the Supervisor's Office by October 7, 2016, to Carmel Town Hall, 60 McAlpin Avenue, Mahopac, New York, and you can email it to the Supervisor's Office at amp2@ci-carmel.ny.us. For additional information, you can check our website, www.carmelny.org. So if anybody wants to get interested and participate in local government and learn about local issues, it's a good spot.
Okay, great. Thanks, Frank. And the Lake Mahopac Garden Club presents High Tea at Downtown Abbey. It's savory sandwiches and sweets are served at the tea. Music will be provided by the Westchester Putnam Youth Quartet. Wear your best hat and join us on October 15th, 2016 at 1 p.m. Mahopac Public Library, Route 6, Mahopac, New York. Tickets are $25 by reservation only. Payments are due by October 1st. So again, it's High Tea at Downtown Abbey, Lake Mahopac Garden Club, great organization, does tremendous amount of garden work and beautification for the town of Carmel. It's at 1 p.m. on October 15th at the Mahopac Library. Join the Garden Club for their event. It's $25 per person. You can call 845-227-2414, 845-227-2414, email lakemahopacgardenclub@gmail.com for further information. And again, payments are due by October 1st. Okay, final announcement this evening is everybody, I think, is familiar with this organization by now. It's Drug Crisis in Our Backyard. They're having the grand opening of their new offices that are located up in the hamlet of Carmel at 16 Fair Street. The grand opening is tomorrow, which is Thursday, September 22nd at 4 p.m., so 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The ribbon cutting for the new office will take place at 5:30 p.m. All are welcome. We'd be honored to have you all attend, and refreshments are going to be served. Once again, Drug Crisis in Our Backyard, Susan and Steve Salamone, and also Mrs. Christensen, who began or started the drug crisis in our backyard after suffering tremendous tragedy and loss of their sons. These two people are amazing, Steve and Susan Salamone, and also Mrs. Christensen. They are two unbelievable people. They've done so much in this community and other communities in the vicinity, in the area, to battle and fight the drug crisis and heroin epidemic and opiate epidemic that seems to have taken a grip on not only the town of Carmel, but nationwide, I believe. The heroin crisis is ongoing. So they've done so much for it, so they're asking for folks to please join them tomorrow as they celebrate the grand opening of their new drug crisis office, which is up in the hamlet of Carmel at 16 Fair Street. Starts at 4, but the ribbon cutting itself is going to be at 5:30. And it's open to the public for anybody who would like to join them. All right, that's all I have. Does anybody else have any other announcements? No? All right, we do have executive session tonight. We have 2 items. Edie McCarthy, she's a consultant for the town of Carmel, is going to be giving the board an update on the Visions contract. And also myself, Supervisor Schmidt, is going to be discussing with the town board personnel 2017 tentative budget-related items, personnel items related to the 2017 tentative budget. We're going to be closing the meeting from executive session. We're not going to be coming back out here. So our next meeting will be next Wednesday, September 28th, right here at 7 p.m. for a town board work session. If nobody has anything else, I need a motion to go to executive session.
So moved.
Okay, so moved by Councilman Lombardi, seconded by Councilman Schneider. All those in favor? Aye. Good night, everyone. Be well. We'll see you next Wednesday, the 28th, for a work session.